This is Real for Life, Kim D, coming at you from Hibbing, Minnesota. And we have got a Face It You're Human episode today where we're going to talk a little bit about collaboration. I'll wait a couple minutes here, let you know my plans for the day before we move in to collaborate. I have this amazing little camper, and I'll go ahead and show you. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna move this. Oh, so sorry. When you walk in the door, I got fancy stuff. I can put another one of these gray things on top of these three and have an L-shaped. I'm going to be switching things around. I've pretty much emptied a lot of everything. Yeah, that's wicked cool. So the rest of this I'll be taking out today. Some stuff to sell. This is my allotted books. So yeah, those are all the books I love. I'll be going through and sorting that stuff, things to sell. You go past the little curtain and you've got the, oops, sorry. Ooh, the light one. The closet, and then I've got a click-clack bed. I normally sleep at an incline, and I got a little portable collapsible toilet, but this I've got all the supplies to finish it. And remember, this is a 1965 Mayfair camper. But what we're going to do is we are going to make it so it's a little more upgraded, more insulated. We're going to put some reflective foil, some board, and then new paneling, new paint. I've got outlets. Most of them are the old outlets. If I need to rewire, this is the perfect time to add anything to my breaker. So, sorry about that. So this is what I live in during the summer. This is what I'm going to be in going forward because it works for me. Everything I own that I care about will fit. I'm a tiny liver, and I don't really have a lot of things of value, like monetary value, that I don't have with me. Like my phone. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I don't really have lots and lots of the stuffs. Ooh, let me try to fix my little stand here. And so this is my today project, is I will just empty this room, and then I have a friend who will probably come over around 10:30, 11-ish, and we'll make a run to Lowe's. We'll get about $150 worth of supplies. We'll have this room all measured. And so we're going to start with this room. And depending on our energy level and how good our hands are working today, tomorrow you could see a whole new room in this space. A room that can withstand definitely up to -20. This is the land of northern Minnesota. You know, we have fish houses. People go fish on the lake and they stay plenty warm. There is no reason I can't take this 1965 Mayfair camper and make it even better than a fish house. And so that's my goal. Now keep in mind, this is a project. I have a perfectly good house, just 20 steps away. So when it gets too cold, or if the weather were to get too bad, I have a perfectly good home that I get to be in. But isn't this a fun adventure? See how long I can stay out here in the winter? can always fly to Arizona and hang out with my mom and some other friends. So we have options. So welcome. Now, collaboration is the topic today. I have struggled with starting my channel because I didn't really know how to make it mine. I didn't really know how to do this. Just start. And I always thought I had to collaborate, or I had to have someone with me. And there's different times I've been in a chat and someone go, "Oh my goodness, I'd love to have you on my show. Send me an email." Yeah, I can count all the emails. There's at least 15, and then multiple to certain content creators. And never, never once did anyone really respond until Susie. And I've been on her channel, I think once, maybe twice. But that was the beginning. And Tuesdays with Tim on Ladder Daily Digest, that was where I started, and then had the courage when Susie invited me to join in. Now I get it. The reason a lot of those creators don't get back to you is because they're already in a certain flow on what content they're wanting to put out. Like right now, I've got 2 of them besides this already there, ready for the next couple of days. Then I have the next 2 that I worked on last night, and then I made a schedule. Just, we're collaborating right now, all of us. So what I did, oh, is it here? Oh, there we go. Is I took what I had already done for July, and then just put 1 through 31. I've got 4-step inventory. Interesting conversations about that. Then we get to the Sunday recap, kind of taking Mondays off. So I've got the next 2 weeks to fill in. The end of the month, I already kind of knew what I wanted to do. So that's already in motion, kind of working on intros and outros. So I'm taking some time so by the end of the month, I can up my game and do more than just thumbnails and consistent content. Have a little bit more that can be connected to. So now, here we go. I get it now. Sometimes you see the email, you're going to respond. Not everybody organizes their time or anything in the same way. I don't fault these creators anymore for not getting back to me. I get it. I totally understand. It's a timing thing. Everybody's got something. Every single one of us has something big in our lives. Think about that for a second. Every human being you meet, including yourself, has something big going on. Kind of interesting. Look at it this way. We all collaborate every single day with ourselves, with others. Everything's like a dance. I had to look up the word collaborate and decide for myself what it means. And for me, I took away from it dancing. A collaboration is dance. It's a movement. It's like cha-cha, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's pivots and spins and turns. And a collaboration and collaborating is all of that now for me. It's a dance. It's an ebb and a flow. It's a beat. To collaborate with someone, you've got a different beat. You're connecting on a certain level, or you're not. There's collaborations where things are kind of off kilter all the time. I want an approach when I collaborate that we're coming at it from 2 very different worlds, I'm not expecting someone to be at my level, and I'm not going to put myself to where I talk up or down to anybody. I just get to be human with people. So, collaboration, hows, when, why. Let's talk about that a little bit. Why? Why collaborate? I see content creators where the only time they go live is when they are guesting on other people's channels or being involved with different, projects. But their content is just purely video every single day, 12 to 20 minute, and I think they take weekends off. I think it's generally unquotable. She talks about Mormon news and different things, and just picks 4 different types of items. And I thought that was really a unique way to do it, where you still can be live and collaborate, but you're collaborating to get your content. No matter what you do, you're going to collaborate. Your content's got to come from somewhere. So you're talking to someone, or you're emailing someone, or you're observing something. And so collaboration versus cooperation. That was the next word I looked up, is what is cooperation and how does it different from collaborating? To cooperate, for me, things don't have to be equal. There's always going to be an inequality in every single situation. I personally never expect anything to be on an equal playing field or an equal ground, because human beings are so vastly different, and it's unfair. It's unfair to expect equal, because who's the judge of what the norm is? So I cooperate. That's me learning. That's me wanting to have something more in that relationship. And so I'm cooperating. I'm going to have a little more give and take. Whereas when I collaborate with someone, I get to be a lot more firm in my viewpoints, in my way of communicating, because we are taking things actually from different sides. It's not about cooperating and coming together to make something happen. It's about reaching a set point. It's really wonderful when you actually start looking up some really simple words and realize, man, I don't think things mean the same thing other people do. And that's what the Mormon Church did to my brain. There are general words that I don't have the same meaning for. And so what I do is I do a lot of time with the dictionary, and I do a lot of time trying to put words into sentences so that I can figure out how to make the word work for me now. An example is I was raised with the Trinity. Not Trinity, the Godhead. Most of Christianity, they have the Trinity. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, they're like all God. Whereas for me, the Godhead, you have Heavenly Father, and then you have Jesus, who's our brother, our spiritual brother, like same heavenly parents, and then the Holy Ghost, which is a whole nother entity. So they're 3 separate beings with one purpose. That's not the Trinity. So as a child, all I recognized was the 3, which had 3, and I thought they were the same. And now I'm 61 years old and finding out, no, honey child, they're not the same. So many words, Republican, Democrat, liberal, all of these words had different emotional contexts to them. Now I'm just breaking them down to find out what the word is. And and not have these emotional connections. Collaborate was one of those words that I put a value of my worth when someone didn't get back to me. Some of them have been, it's 3 years ago, some of these content creators. And like, I'm bringing it up not because I hold a grudge or anything, it's just fact. They never got a hold of me for whatever reason. And I have challenged the ones that I know watch me, or people I know would tell them, you might want to check your junk mail because I had some really good ideas. And they're still there. So I'm learning collaboration and timing. Now, how does this all work with Face It, You're Human? Here we go. I take a breath. I focus. My focus is collaborate. Collaboration, collaborating. These are the things bouncing around in my head that I'm aware of because I focused. Okay, that awareness made me accountable. All right, I'm accountable for what I feel and think about collaborating. Okay, by exploring the word, I set my parameters on what that accountability is. Okay, I'm accountable to not be so touchy-feely when things don't happen the way I think they should. And a lot of people do it, I'm not alone. I needed to be accountable for follow-up. There's only a couple of them that I actually followed up more than twice. Now remember, this is 3 years. We're not talking harassing anybody. These are just, but at the same time, it's not enough where I would be on someone's radar going, oh, I forgot to get a hold of her. Okay, so I'm accountable for this. I'm also accountable for letting things go, going, I don't need that. If it happens, it happens. Okay, so remember, face it, focus, accountable, communicate, engage. So that internal communication began as soon as I identified accountability and what I wanted to be accountable for. So now I've internally communicated. Ooh, the external communications. I struggle with that, and so I kind of put that into the accountable part of if it's meant to be, it'll happen in the future. If something comes up between them, I will follow up with another email. Not saying, hey, you didn't respond to me. It's a brand new day, a brand new email to say, hey, I'd like to do this with you. So now we're moving into that internal, external engagement. And communicate and engage really flow together quickly because you got to decide if you're going to engage or not. Same with the communicate. Things will flow based on those internal communications and internal engagements. So now I've moved into the first space, which is space for growth. All right, now I get to practice. I get to send the emails. I get to be on some different episodes with other content creators. Like I said, every Tuesday, the opportunity to be on Ladder Daily Digest is there. I just haven't been doing it. I kind of stopped the past month, 6 weeks, so I need to get back in there. We need more female voices in that arena anyways, and it's a kick-ass time. Okay, so we've talked about some growth items. Also, my own content. I get to collaborate with myself. So the growth is, it's not that I don't need or want other people to be involved. It's going to take time for me to get ready for those experiences. So I am in the growth time. We do what's important to us, which is why I'm here today, collaborating with you and having this experience. That is part of my integrity. We do what important, positive, negative, healthy, unhealthy. Integrity is fluid based on those experiences. You keep repeating the more healthier, positive ones, your integrity and way you approach the world will automatically change. So we're moving into the time of Face It. T. Time. Time is man-made. Time's not real. Time just exists. It's where you and I can be right here together, breathing air and having this experience. Now, if you're not live and this is on the replay crew, that changes the parameters a little bit, but the fact that this is out there for you is creating the time connection. So there you go. Now we're bringing into the second space, which is space to feel. I get to feel the losses of the lack of collaboration, the lack of understanding. I get to feel the hope and the awareness of a future of collaboration waiting for me. Part of that time to feel is to feel the importance of just who and what I am. And that's big. That's really big for me after a lifetime of giving it to the church. Oh, this is collaboration. It's different. It's not proselytizing. It's not trying to win anybody over. It's just existing. And that's a different feeling. Which leads to not one and not two, but 3 exclamation points, because life, joyful bliss. At least mine is most of the time. Pick whatever word you want that fills those exclamation points. And right there, that's Face It. Face it, you're human. I use this process for almost everything. It's a starting ground. It's a fallback. It's a recovery method. It was created for a couple of people who wouldn't go to AA because they absolutely did not want to hear anything about God. And so I started communicating to them in certain ways through this Face It, and helped all of us think of things in a little different way. I use this to problem solve. I believe that it doesn't matter what your problem is, you can utilize this little system to make a change or to understand something for yourself. That's it for you. I'm just a guide. That's all I am. I've been told, face it, he doesn't love you. Face it, you're about to get fired. I've told someone, face it, you need to figure this out. And then I created something to go along with it, because I've been the one going, I am facing it and I don't know what to do. Now I do. Now I can face it because I have focus that brings awareness, that makes me accountable. And then I have internal and external communication, internal and external engagement. I have space to grow. Things become important. I develop my personal integrity. I let time be what I need time to be. And then I enjoy. Oh, sorry. We forgot. I have space to feel. It's an easy one to forget. Giving us the time to feel. And then explore that joy. That's it. Oh, I'm so sorry. You still can't find me on Instagram. Ugh. I will have to look it up. I'm so terrible. I promise you, I will put it in the comments on this episode. Once I get it loaded, it'll probably take maybe an hour to load, maybe 2. I got pretty good internet, but we're still trying to make it better. So that's it. That's kind of pretty much everything I wanted to share about collaborating. And I want to encourage you to put comments in. If you need extra help with something, let's, shoot me an email and let's work together. I have very easy rates, very easy timetables. It's $20 and I'll give you an hour of my time. But the one thing I'll tell you is we don't do he said, she said, because I don't care about what anybody said. I want to know what you feel and what you want out of whatever experience it is that you want to spend 1 hour using Face It for. It's as easy as that. I've got kimd1234@aol.com because I'm that old. My AOL used to be Prodigy. Definitely grew up. If it's not broke, you don't really need to fix it. So there are certain things in life that they just work. It's email. It's actually 2 less letters than gmail.com. So I'm saving on my fingers. I am so hopeful for everything. I wake up a happy person. My downtimes are getting fewer and fewer. I'm learning that Zion isn't anything I can create. I was never meant to create. It was never meant to even be a single idea in my head. There are so many people that never in a million years would wake up in the morning and want to create a utopia and live in a utopia. Because most people experience life in the real world and they're like, yeah, no utopia, that sounds kind of creepy. Sounds kind of culty. Well, they are right. But that's all my brain focuses on most of the time, is that desire for that utopia. The collaboration involved in those utopias. It's fully possible, but we all know. You look at Scientology, you look at Jehovah's Witness, the people at Bethel, all those Mormon missionaries. I mean, it's all an indentured servitude. There is no Zion involved in it. There's no utopia. There's just the dream you're creating one, or the desire that it's really real. The real world's different. I'm kind of digging on it. So hopefully through time, you guys can help me as much as I'm working on it with therapy and getting out, experiencing the world. Reminding that it's not all butterflies, rainbows, it's nice to have those thoughts. It's wonderful to think and have those moments, but to try and create that heaven on earth mentality is really exhausting and overwhelming. So thank you for helping me learn to be in this world right now and not be so much in this utopia world that's just not capable of sustainment. So, here we go. It's going to be an amazing day. Like, subscribe, share. Enjoy your moments. If you're on Replay Crew, put a comment in, ask a question. Let's get this moving forward a little bit with a little more collaboration that's being asked for and welcomed by me. So I'm encouraging you. Be challenging. It's okay. You don't have to agree. I'm not going to try to persuade you. I just go through the steps that I have. So remember that every breath is another chance and another choice. So what's next? Get out there.